I've noticed a bit of a resurgence of bots recently in TF2. Most of the footage in this video is from the last couple of weeks, but some of you guys have been saying you've experienced quite the opposite. So let me know in the comments below which is true for you. It would be great to get a better picture of what's going on. I don't like to talk about this topic too much in case it encourages the people who host and create these bots, but based on the last year or so, they seem to come and go without much pattern. The bot population at any given time is probably largely down to just how much time these individuals happen to have and how much they fancy ruining the lives of thousands of people that particular day. In this video, I thought it'd be fun to share some of the crazy experiences I've had and to take a look at some of the encounters and stories that you guys have too. And trust me, there is some crazy stuff out there that I didn't even know was going on. But first of all, I wanted to show you something. Let's play Spot the Bot. Now, carefully watch through this clip and let me know if you can see the player who I think could be a bot or a cheater. I know, it's difficult to tell. I don't want to be throwing around accusations. I mean, it could just be a really good player who maybe had too much caffeine and has 4 really good friends who wanted to be the pocket medics, very coordinated. This was the weirdest sight I think I've ever witnessed in TF2. That music and those terrifying sounds, the 4 pocket medics just staring at the sky, and then that abrupt departure with a haunting scream. Those of us still in the server were just left there looking at each other, wondering what the fricking heck we just witnessed. I mean, at least it's creative, I'll give them that. Anyway, I recorded this in August of last year, so this might not be possible anymore. More recently though, I've been seeing the same old typical aimbots. The ones that copy someone's name, ruin the game for a bit, and then get kicked. I've seen some bots that look like they're on more caffeine than others. I've seen bots that kill each other, and some that don't. I've seen terrifying hordes of bots that haunt my dreams. And unfortunately, I've had games where the number of bots became overwhelming, and there were just too many to kick. In these situations, the server either dies or descends into a strange kind of often friendly chaos. On several occasions, I've experienced the server congregating together into a little friendly party and using their numbers and the fists of steel to kill each bot as and when they arrive. The bots in this situation being a common enemy, providing a temporary truce and unity between the two teams. And personally, I've seen this the most on our beloved map 2 Fort, where let's be honest, there are many players more than happy to go friendly at the drop of a hat anyway. Generally speaking, I've noticed that Harvest and 2 Fort are the 2 most infested maps. And I've also noticed that nowadays there are much fewer branded bots like we used to see, for example the MyGot thing. Fortunately though, when there are just 1 or 2 bots that turn up, the community have become adept at calling the vote and getting them kicked as quickly as possible. Which isn't surprising because they've been doing it for a fricking long time. But you guys have been telling me about all sorts of other weird and wonderful encounters, most notably of all, the Spycrab bot, which scurry around the map at sometimes impressive speeds, while in, of course, the crab position. They seem to come in different forms. There are the festive spy crabs, which we saw over the holidays, and some that follow you around like little pets. If only these things could target and backstab enemy bots, that would be awesome. Maybe they do, maybe these exist, I don't know. I love that a meme from 2008 maybe is still living on and taking new forms. And can I just say, if you do create or host bots, if you could just be more creative with your hobby, that would be awesome. We all know you can ruin the game, but if you could just create more Hoovy bots that go around providing refreshments for the team, maybe scout or sniper bots that just put out people who are on fire. There's another idea for you. You're welcome. Although apparently the Hoovy bot has already been done too. This kind of thing is infinitely less harmful to the game, way more forgivable than the endless sniper aimbots. I haven't personally witnessed one of these Spycrab bots, despite the fact that I found out they've been around for a good while, as I found some footage of these little chaps doing their thing back in December of 2019. Let's take a look at some of the other bot shenanigans you've been sharing with me. I've been told that people have witnessed bots in medieval mode. Bots yielding the Eyelander and a shield, moving in herds. I mean, again, at least it's novel, although apparently this bot creator may have beef with a certain YouTuber. I have no idea why. Then again, let's be honest, most TF2 YouTubers have had their names on a bot at one point or another, so maybe it's just random. Here's another clip, one similar to the first example I showed. White Star pointed out the fact that these bots are wearing some cosmetics which could suggest that the accounts are being stolen, and I wondered if perhaps there was just a feature in place that allows these bots to automatically equip any unlocks they happen to receive. But some of these cosmetics look a little bit too good for a new account to have received. Apparently, the anti-bot bots were real. I was understandably skeptical when I heard about this breed of bot, and it probably didn't help that there have been fake imposter versions, but my understanding is that these were a thing, and that not only could they target enemy bots, but they could also detect them and call them out in chat, which is kind of cool too. This guy said that they have been followed by loads of bots with the same name, all joining at the same time and popping in and out of the server. This person said that they experienced a scout running about in one of their games that for some reason wasn't targeted by any of the bots. There have been reports of spinbot heavies on the loose. People have of course been seeing entire servers filled up with bots. This is something I've almost witnessed myself. And I myself have also seen some interesting predefined text which bots have spammed into chat when they get a kill. This one was able to automatically take my name and use it in the comment, which I have to say was quite effective at getting my attention. It then went on to advertise themselves on Discord. We still have the good old-fashioned human being cheaters, some choosing to cheat in slightly weirder ways than others. How I long for a good old-fashioned human being cheater. Sure, they're the spawn of Satan, but they're so much less destructive and so much more enjoyable to try and kill, because you know at least there's someone on the other end that you're interacting with. So as you can see, there's a lot of variety out there, lots of weird stuff going on. Now some of these of course had screenshots to back up their claim, but others have not necessarily been verified, so take all this with a pinch of salt. But as you can see, it's a strange place in the world of TF2 right now, and Valve seem to be still making very little effort to combat this situation. I mean, to be fair, they have been working on some much more important things, so we can't expect them to be prioritising this minor little issues. Okay, good. It's strange that we're seeing such an impressive growth in the TF2 player base despite all of this chaos and all of these bots roaming around the servers. Imagine what numbers we could be at if this was all fixed and new players weren't put off from potentially having bad experiences. I've always been reluctant to direct my complaints at Valve, seeing as it's such an old game. I understand it's just not a priority for them, but it is kind of on Valve, a little bit. It just feels like they could be doing a little bit more. They're smart people. I'm sure they have multiple solutions for this problem, but they probably just don't have the resources to make it happen. And when I say resources, I mean manpower. I've seen lots of people suggest a simple capture feature to try and help combat these bots, and whilst this might slow them down, these are normally easy to bypass, unless you use a more complex one, but that would be super annoying. But the good news is that the community, in the most part, is not getting deterred, and we have a healthy growing player base, despite all these setbacks. And on top of that, there may be some very positive things coming around the corner, which I unfortunately cannot talk about, but I'm just going to drop that there to get you excited and to make me sound like I'm in the know. This thing, if it does go ahead, may very much help with the bot situation, so keep your eyes on the horizon. And on top of this, who knows, maybe Valve are working on a fix. I mean, they have been a lot more active recently. Or maybe they're just working on another manpower update, fuck it.